Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wight Noise podcast. I'm your host, AJ. With me is my co-host, Ethan.
Hi.
And our social media manager, Aaron.
I'm here.
Okay, what was that?
It's a plastic bag.
Plastic bag. That's exactly what it was.
Gotcha.
It's a plastic
Okay.
bag.
Plastic bag. So, Ethan, do you want to explain as to why we're doing the podcast now and why there wasn't one last week?
Nope.
Really?
Okay,
I think you should.
So me and Derp are gonna explain this.
Yeah, if you don't, because
Okay, I fucked up. Alright.
Okay, well, hold on. Here's a little thing, because Aaron, nobody sent, so a certain person got mad at me because you didn't post something on Instagram as to why the podcast was not
dang.
uploaded
I
last
forgot.
week. Yeah.
I was supposed to save the technical difficulty screen
Yeah.
and post it on Instagram.
Because I
Yeah.
messaged
forgot.
Aaron and I was like, hey, there isn't going to be a podcast this week. I'm sorry. Can you put something on the Instagram? He's like, yeah, I got you.
And never did.
Yeah, I forgot.
So yeah.
We slipping,
Okay.
boys.
Yeah.
So, hold on, let me move this back so it doesn't keep making audio.
Jesus. Please.
How to buy shampoo. So Thursday I had my interview with the big people at the bank, and like after getting the promotion, I was so excited I kind of forgot about everything else. Because
Gotcha.
Thursday's the day we normally put like everything up, so I was like really pumped. I was like calling all these people, and I didn't get a lunch break, so I was like just busy all day, and I was like kind of just completely forgot. That's
Okay.
pretty much what happened.
So, but Ethan, why was there no podcast?
So, the reason that our podcast 2 weeks ago was late is because I was on vacation. And it was hard for me to edit while I was on vacation doing other stuff with my family. So
That's fine.
It took me a while to
we
edit
talked
it.
about that.
Yeah.
We talked about that on social media. So we're good.
No, but me being gone for vacation, I brought like most of my stuff to do the podcast with me. Like I brought my microphone and my computer and everything just in case we were going to record while I was gone. I ended up coming back before we were going to record, but since I had to set everything else back up, since I had like disassembled it to take it with me on vacation, when I set everything back up, I forgot to do a certain thing that was very important, and then we recorded the podcast, and I hadn't recorded it on the right microphone, so my audio was hella fucked up.
And that's the thing that's super important. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we still didn't do like the backup audio thing like we said we would do. It's whatever.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't do that for that reason.
fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We can.
This one will be fine, right, guys?
Oh yeah,
this is the one.
This is the one.
This is the
yeah,
one.
this is the one.
Oh, Jesus. So I feel like this podcast is going to heavily feature some Destiny talk, so...
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, for
Before
sure.
we get into Destiny talk.
Yeah.
Okay, real talk. Do you know what pork skins are, Derp?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they're not listed as like a superfood on the pyramid or something. Then I got some pork skins because for every now and then, like every 6 months of my life, I want some. So like I found some at the store. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Cool. I'll take the bag. And that was my snack tonight. So I ate those. And I looked at the bag, and because I look at it before to see if it's like, okay, I really shouldn't eat this, and then I feel bad about eating it, or I look at the bag and go, okay, I'm okay with eating this, and then feel okay with it. Either way, it's still getting eaten. But it has 1 carb per serving, and like less than 1 sugar,
How
and
big is
8
a serving?
grams of protein. Like it wasn't much. A serving wasn't much. There was like 8 servings in the bag or whatever.
Oh,
But that's
jeez.
only 8 carbs. But that's 8 grams of protein per serving. So that thing had 64 grams of protein in it with 8 carbs and like 6 sugars. What?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of healthy things. Am I missing
I know
something?
of it. I've never eaten it before. I don't. So I don't know what else to.
You know,
what else to
like
tell you.
Crunchberry, like whatever the cereal is in the Captain
Mhm.
Crunch. You know how
Yeah.
it like messes up the roof of your mouth?
Yeah.
This destroys like the bottom of your mouth. So if like you mix those, your mouth is just destroyed because like I have cuts all over my mouth now. But it's
So
whatever.
do that. So what you do is you do that. Then you have Captain Crunch, and then you just take like a bunch of dots and then just start eating all the dots candy, and then everything in your mouth is ruined because dots candy will like ruin your teeth. So
And then you
just
get
drink
lemon juice.
straight lemon juice. Jesus fuck.
yeah. yeah.
We're a hive mind.
Yep.
We've awoken the hive.
All right, go on with Destiny talk.
So last night and yesterday, most of yesterday, we attempted to do the Last Wish raid as a clan. So it was all the people that are here now, plus Skin, Noah, and Tay, and Q for the first part of it. And we were going to start at 10 a.m. due to Wyatt had to go get supplies because like a fucking hurricane came through the south. And then Noah had to go, he had to go do something with his dad. We didn't really get started as soon as we wanted to because people were busy doing other things. It was unexpected. We didn't get started until around 2:30. And we stopped around 1:30 a.m. and we still hadn't killed Riven.
No, we had not.
So we took 11 hours
We did get to Riven.
to not do the raid.
Yep.
So now...
But I know what we were doing wrong now.
Yeah, we found out that the one issue as to what was going wrong. So
Because this is the first time any of us have done this raid. And we had guides and stuff to like give us a good idea of what we needed to do. So we weren't exactly going in completely blind, but figuring out like the timing on everything and getting used to what you need to do and learning everything. Because some people grasp raid concepts easier than other people.
Some people struggle with jumping.
It was a whole thing. Some people struggle with jumping. Poor Mark, man. Like, the platforming sections defeated Mark hardcore.
yeah.
Poor guy.
Oh yeah.
And don't worry, guys. It's all recorded. Everything's recorded. I will be editing it over the next 6 years. And
It's
one
a
day
lot
it'll
of
be out.
footage. It's a lot of footage.
Again, we started at like whatever time he said, and then ended at 1:30. Yeah, it ended at 1:30. So I have that on recording. Some time was taken to like go get like dinner and stuff. So that's
We took like
missing
an
gap there.
hour break for lunch or for supper. I mean,
But now here's the problem, which will be solved by the time this podcast comes out. Got to conclude it.
Yeah, we still haven't killed Riven yet. So
Still haven't
that's
killed
a
Riven.
problem.
and the problem is we're recording this on Sunday night. Isn't it Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording
Yes, it
this.
is.
Recording this on Sunday night, and our progress gets reset on Tuesday, and there's not a very good time for all of us to get together to do the last bit of the raid. So,
To explain that how long it took us to get to the raid and like plan this, we planned this like 25 or 30 days in advance.
yeah, no, we planned this day to do the raid. We were like, all right, this Saturday we're doing the raid. We said that like a month ago.
Yeah.
This was planned out over a month, and it still took forever to get everyone like there.
Yeah. I still ended up with work that I had to go to, and I was stuck there till 4, and then that's when I was able to join you guys. It was around 4:30.
On the second encounter,
Yeah. Yep.
Which I feel like, I honestly feel like that added to our time a lot. Was
Doing what?
Was Q leaving and then adding Derp, because then like Wyatt had to learn how to do the pictures, and he was fucking that up left and right. He did not get that very easily, and then we had to so
some like raid mechanics are kind of a general thing. Like, it sounds stupid, every raid's completely different, but they're all kind of a general, like, you stand on this, it's timed, you stand here, you do this unlocks that. Like, every raid has a little bit of the same thing in it constantly.
Yeah.
And so me and Derp have done lots of raids in Destiny 1, and then we've done 1 or 2 in Destiny 2, and I've ran Leviathan. Like, I know Derp ran it a lot with me too, but I've done like I don't know how many times. But like raids aren't a big deal to me because I like raid mechanics. I understand. Ethan watches a crap ton of videos, so he understands raid mechanics very well too.
And I'm just
like people
good at Destiny.
Yeah, you're a Destiny boy.
Let's just be real. Out of all of us, I'm one of the best just at the game because I spend so much time on it.
Yeah, that's fair. But like Skin doesn't play Destiny or watch Destiny. So like he came on and was like, let's do it. But he did surprisingly better than other people sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for certain things, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I would be like asking Skin, I'd be like, I didn't see that. He was like, no, I was doing that. And then somebody else would corroborate it and be like, yeah, no, Skin was doing that. I was like, oh, okay, awesome. Good job.
Yeah, yep.
I expected him to do worse than he did. It was just the jumping part because he couldn't get used to the Warlock jump.
I don't think, really, I don't think we had trouble with anything, like, mechanical-wise. Nothing that was like,
no,
this is how this works. We were like, oh, okay. And
there's a few
just,
like
one run. That was it.
There's a few like silly fuck ups. Like the first time on Morgeth, I used my melee ability instead of my grenade ability to try and get Derp out of that cyclone. And then we didn't realize that you had to pick up the Taken Essence to stop him from wiping you. And then in the vault one time, we were on the last lock out of 9. We were on the 9th lock, and Derp just went to the wrong one by mistake. Yep. So, just like stupid, silly mistakes set us back a little bit. But like, the thing is Shiroshi definitely took us the longest of the things that we completed. Morgeth and the vault, once we like got started and started getting it down, didn't take long. Like there was probably maybe
2 runs.
It was probably like 4 attempts on both Morgeth and the vault.
Yeah, and we had it at that point. Yeah, I think with her the issue was just the switch up, because I think had we not switched there for Wyatt, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, because I mean, like, I'm telling you, we struggled on that pretty hard.
I'm thinking
when you weren't there, when Q was there, we got to her last phase twice or 3 times. I think people just got like complacent, like they were just excited at the end. They're like, yeah, we're done.
We got to her last phase twice, and then Q got off because his Xbox was overheating and he had to go do some stuff. Then Derp got on, and then we didn't get to her last phase for another like hour.
Yeah,
because we had to like relearn. Like Wyatt had to learn how to do the pictures, which he did not get easily, and then Derp had to like learn what the entire encounter was.
Right, because I didn't watch any videos or anything on it. But I'm feeling like had I watched videos and had known how to do the puzzles, we would have had that in like 2-3 runs. We would have been fine. Had I just like watched a video on how to do puzzles and understood it, and we would have been fine. Because you guys had done it over and over and over again. So had I just joined and been like, oh, so I got to do puzzles here. Okay, stand on this, whatever, and then be done. Because what was Wyatt doing before? Ad clear? Like, So yeah, he's been doing ad clear the entire time. So he would have been just like, okay, ad clear like normal, and we would have, yeah.
I think it was better to put the 2 Titans on ad clear though.
Oh yeah.
And focus the 2 Warlocks and the 2 Hunters on boss DPS.
For
Shirochi.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, that was a good play.
I just know that I was really ready to be done by last night.
Yeah.
We did make a beautiful mini game of whoever was the last alive was the loser when you try to wipe for Riven.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Because the Riven Cheese, there's 2 different rooms that you go to, and each time it changes which room she's going to go to first, and you want the room that she goes to second. So it's a 50-50 shot. So we would keep on going to the same room, and if her face showed up first, then we would have to wipe. And when we did wipe, we made like this little mini game of if you were the last person alive, you were the loser. So people were running around and rezzing people and then dying as fast as they could. It was a lot of fun.
I started it by following Tay around, and he hated.
I also want to point out that you were the one who started it, and then once it got to like 1:30 in the morning, like once it got to like 1 in the morning,
like,
you were
stop it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this isn't fun anymore. What did I do?
Thus continuing the trend of Aaron being like, let's fuck around. And then when it gets to the point that Aaron is tired of it, like, because everyone starts fucking around because Aaron instigates the shit. And then Aaron's like, all right, guys, Let's be serious. We gotta get this done.
Okay, so I had to get up at 6:30 this morning, and I don't go to sleep very easily. Like, if I lay down, I don't just go to sleep. So it took, I went to bed, I went to sleep at like 2 o'clock last night and got up this morning at 6:30 for church. Yep. And I wasn't feeling it. So, and then I had to go work, and
I get that, but you were the one who started the fuckery.
I agree. I always do. There's a clip in the, you're gonna see it, but me and Tay were like sitting in the corner, and I was like pulling out my sniper, and I was like looking at you, and like while you were explaining Morgath, and I would like put the reticle in your head, and I would go bang, bang, like really low in my mic, and just like shoot you in the head. And Tay caught on to what I was doing, and he walked in front of it, and he was like, no, you don't do that. No. And I was like, Mr. President, and we were like having a whole conversation in the corner, and you're just over there explaining the whole thing. Me and Tay are just goofing off.
That's another thing, is like I would try to explain something, like explain a complex raid mechanic, and I'm like, y'all got that? And like 2 people would be like, yep. And the rest would be like, oh wait, are we starting now? What do we do?
Yeah.
If I'm not explaining it, I don't care. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's how I feel like he was like during Morgath. All Morgath, he was like, I'll figure it out at some point. It's fine.
Morgath is pretty simple. Pretty self-explanatory. Yeah. I'm also a person too where I can't hear something. Like, I'm the same way at like books and like school and all that too. If I read instructions or hear instructions, doesn't bode well for me. I have to see it. Like, I'm a very visual learner. So I have to run a raid encounter through once, but then I have it. Like, I'm good, usually. Like, as long as I can run it through once and see the process, I'm done. So, but like, if you explain it to me, nah, it ain't gonna work very well.
But the whole thing is, like, raid or like encounters that have multiple like stages that have different mechanics in it. If we don't get through the first bit, then you can't see how the second bit works.
Yeah, I know.
That's our issue with Riven right now. I feel like.
No, I watched it. All you gotta do is like run through it, and I'll get a Healy grenade.
No, the second part of Riven, not going to be hard. Once we get to that last 10% of health, not going to be hard. I just realized that we were just like, oh, I guess sometimes she insta-wipes us and sometimes she doesn't. Nope, we were doing that because somebody was hitting the eyes. And I'm not saying it was any one person, because Noah was throwing hammers, you were throwing grenades, Skin was chucking Nova bombs. There was so many AoE attacks that could have blown up eyes there that I'm not surprised that we failed every single time. Now that I can
promise you, the reason that we insta-wiped every time was me throwing, when it would like be like, I don't know why, she just doesn't let us. It was me throwing a grenade. Because I threw a grenade at her head every time. So sometimes it would hit her eye. So as soon as she would spawn in, she would just start taking damage in her eye by my grenade.
Yeah. So any like AoE attacks like that, you can't do. You just, if you're not melting pointing or like using golden gun, then you're just shooting heavy. You're just shooting your grenade launcher.
So is there more time than we were allowed?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's because I feel like
then it was Skins Nova every time, because it had to have been, because I've seen it in the corner of my eye, like go across and hit, and then like it would wipe, and then hit. No. I'm gonna see it in edits all the time now. I'm gonna hate it because I'm gonna see it.
You're gonna be like, we're idiots, we're stupid.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it and be like, that was it. That's it right there.
And and I guarantee anyone who does the Riven raid, because there are people who do the Riven raid like multiple times a week. Like, they get their etheric keys, they like stock them up, and they're like, all right, I'm gonna run through this raid so many times and open every single chest that I can. Like, I know there are people that do that, and they do the raid in like an hour, hour and a half, maybe even like 45 minutes, because they just got it down to fucking science. Those people are gonna watch us and be infuriated.
Those people aren't gonna watch us.
No, those people, no. They have no reason to watch us.
Mom and Dad watch us.
There is a, hold on, there's a Destiny 2 Last Wish raid speed run of, I think it's 22 minutes.
Oh, I want to watch that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But
those are my favorite.
The reason that I found out what we were doing wrong is I actually messaged a buddy of mine who plays on PC, and he's the one who's been helping me build my PC, because when cross saves comes, I'm going to buy Destiny for my PC, and then me and him are going to play together. because we've talked about, like, oh man, I wish we could play Destiny together, but you play on PC and I play on Xbox, and it's not worth it for us to, buy the other console and then level a whole another set of characters up.
I would hate to play Crucible and PC.
It would just cost, just be way too much time. But now that cross save's coming, we're gonna get to play together. But he's one of those people. It's because he runs Last Wish like 4 or 5 times a week, and I texted him, and I was like, "Hey, how do you do the Riven cheese? Because we were trying to do it last night, man, and I have no fucking clue. We kept on wiping, and the first thing he said, he was like, "You're using Melting Point?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Using Well of Radiance?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "We're using like Prospector?" And I was like, "Is Prospector the best now?" He's like, "Dude, Prospector's a machine." And I was like, "What about Swarm of the Raven?" He was like, "Swarm of the Raven's good if 5 people have Swarm of the Raven, and then 1 person has Tractor Cannon, because then you get that bonus void damage. But other than that, just use Prospector." And I was like, "All right, I guess we just weren't doing damage fast enough, and she was wiping us." And he was like, "Was anyone hitting her eyes?" And I was like, and I thought back to, like, because I know how to do the Riven encounter regular, like the normal way, not doing the cheese. I was like, oh, right, you have to, like, call out, like, specific eyes on her, and then the other side has to shoot those eyes. And if you shoot the wrong eyes, then you wipe. So I guess if we shot an eye and it wasn't the one, then it would wipe us. And I was like, that was probably it. And he was like, yeah, if you destroy any of the eyes when you're trying to do the cheese, then it wipes you. I was like, yep, that was definitely it. That's what we kept on doing.
That sucks. That's just
Yeah.
real sad.
Yeah. I now feel bad for getting mad at Wyatt when I did. Which that'll be in the video. I'm not gonna explain what went wrong, just because it's good content. So yeah.
Yeah, after doing this shit for around 11 hours for some of us, we were reaching the end of our ropes.
Yeah. I think I was the only one that was getting, like, mad.
And also,
but
you hadn't done it as long as the rest of us.
No, I had not. No,
And Aaron and I had been on Destiny, like, doing other stuff and waiting since, like, 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know. I just...
Yeah, it was so long. And I did the crappiest menagerie run I've ever done in my freaking life before that, dude. Holy crap, man. That tilted me harder than any raid ever has. I did menagerie with a guy that's never done it before. He had to do, like, to start the quest or whatever for the chalice. So he had to run through menagerie, so I helped him. Well, apparently everybody in the group needed to do it too, so they were all super low level. Like, super low power level. So we're in menagerie. We went through every encounter. They got to experience every single encounter because it took them that long to, like, actually get it done. Then the boss... Mm-hmm. We had to go through 5 boss phases of him teleporting. 5.
Really?
Yeah. I got my ult 4 different times. I was using the freaking Geomax stabilizers and Chaos Reach. And I got it 4 times. And it was doing, like, almost the whole, like, chunk of his health. So I'm almost 100% certain I'm the only one that killed it. Like, I don't think anybody else did damage. Because I used Chaos Reach with Geomax stabilizers 4 times on the guy. So what was everybody else doing? Because I watched Eric shoot his Nova, top tree Nova bomb at it. Hits it, nothing. Didn't even move the health bar. My full clip of Recluse was doing, like, triple what his Nova bomb did.
Wow.
Shout out to being underleveled.
And I even had Tractor Cannon on the thing for him. He was even Tractor Cannon. It was insane, man.
Rip, dude.
I hated it. I didn't even get a good gun out of it, too. It was not a good roll.
Yeah, well, normally it doesn't take like an hour and a half to do one menagerie run.
It was pretty bad. But
now
that helps me out a lot, yeah.
I'm a lot more confident about doing Last Wish now.
Yeah, now I know that I don't need... a hollow fire heart for my ult. I don't need that.
So what are you two guys doing Tuesday? Legitimate question.
I'm working, pretty much.
I don't think I'll be working.
So, if we don't get this done, which I don't see us don't foresee us getting this done tomorrow, as a group.
No.
Right. No.
Ethan, me and you, LFG, get Riven checkpoint.
Just get to the Riven checkpoint?
Yeah.
Let's make sure that we have, like, a time that everyone can get together in the next week. Because if we get to Riven checkpoint...
what's it going to hurt to get raid gear?
Well,
you're saying
if you have a
you're saying
LFG,
just getting to Riven checkpoint, and then bailing on whatever raid group that we have.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but then we did 90% of the work, bailed, and then if we don't have a time that everyone can meet in the next week, then we did it all for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, then we could just do an LFG at like Friday and take it. I'm off Saturday till 6 o'clock.
I'm saying, like, we can just, like, say, like, all right, when is everyone free this next week? And if we get and if, like, everyone's like, all right, we can do this, like, Friday night or something like that, then we can go, all right, sweet, we'll get it all to, me and you will get to Riven checkpoint, and then we'll wait until Friday. But if not, then let's just run it all the way through.
I low-key was thinking after this podcast that we just go ahead and finish this one out this week, though.
Yeah.
So, I was just going to look on the LFG. Just say we got Riven checkpoint with prospectors.
Look for 3 people.
Yeah. But
you down, Derp?
It depends. I'm really tired, so I don't know. It's got to be quick.
Fine, yeah.
No, now that we know what we're doing, and if we get people that have done it before, because those are the people who look on LFG, then I guarantee we will get it done in like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Once we have it in the room, yeah, that's all.
20 minutes
that's the only
tops.
thing it's gonna take. Yeah.
And could you imagine if we brought in 1K voices for the next one? Oh, rip.
What if we all 3 got 1K?
God.
Then we would have 3K.
Ha 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 ha.
I'm glad. Well, okay, so I'm kind of glad that we're talking about it on the podcast, because what I was afraid of was us just doing the next recording and doing a quote-unquote conclusion to the raid and being like, hey, we killed Riven. Okay,
No, I was
guys,
going
we
to
can
talk
have
about
our...
it.
Okay, good.
I was joking
Good.
about the staging.
Okay, I was hoping you were. I was
I
like,
mean, no one
good.
gives a
Well,
shit about a raid that's a year old, almost.
No, nobody does. No. The only people that will are the people who listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
I just want a conclusion, because I'm not going to upload and edit a 10-hour video and then it go, we didn't get it. Have a great day, guys.
See, I think that's funny.
I think that sucks.
Play the curb music in the background. Be like, we didn't get it.
I wish
No.
I could, like, paint. I was going to go to Microsoft Paint and, like, paint us killing Riven.
No, it just
Be
needs to, like,
that,
it just needs to have, like, your light has faded away, and then just cut to boom, doom, boom, doom, boom, doom, 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 to be continued.
Yeah. Yep.
2 weeks later. We killed him, guys. We killed Riven. And it's just me, like, in the LFG. And all the randoms are like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's just Microsoft Reader going, yay, we did it, you guys. We killed her. The bitch is dead. Good job.
Shout out to that YouTube channel for Adobe After Effects.
There's a million. There's a million.
You know who I'm talking about, Ethan?
Didn't know.
The one me and you had to watch.
Oh, yeah. No,
That one's
That-
awful.
like, Photoshop tutorial channel that was just Microsoft Reader for everything.
Yeah. That one's
That's-
awful.
Today
That's the-
I will be showing you how to do this dumb shit in Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
This is that's the 2016 to now version of, like, the putting that really loud rock music and then having Notepad open and then just start typing. That's the exact same thing. It's just updated. It's
Yeah.
just a better version. That's all it is. It's the exact same thing. Ugh.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so I may not be as active on the Instagrams anymore because I have a
Why not?
new job.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So the new job might make me not as active because I don't think I'm going to have, like, downtime. Like, I'm always going to be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I got fancy new job, guys. Instead of being a teller at a bank, I now like can open accounts and stuff for people, and I call people about their credit card. I'll have like a desk, maybe an office. I don't know.
Nick Cage
Like-
blanket.
Yeah, we can redo the picture.
Can we please? Can we please recreate
No,
that
I'm
picture?
not. I'm not doing that at First Bank. I'm not losing my job over something stupid.
Why would you lose your job over that?
I don't know, man.
Just
Risking
ask a
things like
coworker,
that.
be like, "Hey, can you take a picture of me at my desk?" And you just drape the thing over you. You got the crown.
I told my friend today at church, I was like, so if I get like an office or something, I'm just gonna call one of the tellers and be like, hey, can you come to my office for a second? And when they get there and like knock on the door, I'm like, all right, you can come in. They're like walking and be like, please take a seat. Have them sit down. I'm like, what'd you need? Nothing. Okay, you can go back. I just want to call you to my office. Feel like super fancy and bougie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do constantly. 'Cause,
See,
like the
that's
people
something
that
that'll get you fired.
Yeah.
no, the people that are tellers there, like
Your
all
sense-
the people at main
Your
office.
sense of get you fired and not get you fired is kind of skewed.
Yeah, it is.
The people that like work at main office, like, are the best people. So like I'm moving places too completely, and that's gonna be great. Because where
So
I work now,
what you're saying is you having a crown and a Nicolas Cage blanket on won't get you fired because they're really chill. That's what I'm
Yup.
hearing right now. That's what I'm hearing.
maybe, but it might give me weird looks, and I don't know if I want those.
So?
either.
Oh no! Oh no! Why? Why?
Customer comes in to open an account. I'm like, hold on, let me put my blanket down and just like move Nicolas Cage.
You have it draped over your just your lap like an old
Yeah.
fucking man,
Yeah.
and they're just like, why? And you're like, it gets chilly sometimes. Meanwhile, Nick is just looking at them from your fucking knees.
Nick bro helps me out. He's a bro. He helps me out during these cold times. It's cool.
That's a normal thing though, like to have a heater or like a blanket at the bank. I don't know if y'all know.
Oh
Like,
yeah, because
completely
the
normal.
old people. Yeah.
They're
Not just
like,
like girls in general.
they're like, why? Why do you have that blanket? And you're like, because in this office, I feel like I'm stuck in a cage.
Yeah. Oh man.
Where's the Declaration of Independence? Gotta get out of here. That's a good movie, man. I don't care what y'all say. It was a solid
great.
movie.
I've watched it way too many times. It's watered down for me at this point.
I mean, I watched it a lot too. It's a solid movie. Can we talk about other solid movies that Aaron hasn't seen?
Yeah, can we talk about that and how we're possibly gonna make that a thing?
I'll
Yeah.
talk to you guys later. I gotta go.
Yeah. I
I don't like to be arrested.
So we've been compiling a list of classic grade A, like S tier movies that Aaron has not seen, like classics, like every Indiana Jones except for the fifth one, which is a piece of shit.
I saw that one.
Literally
Yeah, you did. Yep.
any.
Yep.
Didn't you say like you haven't seen the original trilogy of Star Wars as well?
No. I've seen all the Star Wars.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. He hasn't seen Lord of the Rings, but he
I
watched
have.
Hobbit.
No. Yeah,
Oh.
y'all are idiots. That's why I was getting
No,
so annoyed.
he watched Lord of the Rings, but you said it'd been like a decade since you've seen it.
Oh,
Yes.
See, yeah. What's up with that? What's up? No, that's just as bad. That's still bad.
Okay, so what happened was when I was a kid, my dad came down and stayed in the hotel room or whatever because my parents are split up and my dad lives like 2 states away. So he came and stayed for the weekend. We had a hotel room. He was like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "I don't know. There's nothing to do in the city." He was like, "You're right." So we went and rented like all the Lord of the Rings movies and just sat there and watched them all.
Extended
I
or
just-
theatrical edition.
Just Blockbuster. I don't remember. Just probably normal.
This is why it's a problem that it's been so long since he watched it.
So
He
like,
doesn't-
I don't I don't remember a lot of it,
yeah,
but I have
that's
seen
what-
them.
So Lord of the Rings is on the
That
list. Extended edition as well. Deal with it,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
What else? Literally, what all James Bond movies have you seen?
Oh jeez.
Solace and
Quantum
Casino
of
Royale.
Solace. Quantum of Solace, piece of shit. Casino Royale was okay, but you've
Casino
only
Royale.
seen Daniel Craig, and not even Skyfall, the best Daniel Craig one.
I think I've seen Skyfall too. Pretty sure I've seen
Okay. Skyfall is a good Daniel Craig
But yes, I've
movie.
only seen Daniel Craig.
But you need to see some earlier Bond movies.
Yeah.
See, my uncle has, like, my family, like, all of them have, like, pretty bad taste in movies, so they just see whatever new comes out. They don't worry about watching the old ones. So that's kind of where I get it from. Is I've just always watched movies with them. I don't watch movies by myself because watching a movie by myself bores me. I have to have people around.
See,
So
I'm
fun.
the exact opposite. When my parents would go to rent a movie, I would make sure that they rented like at least 2 copies. Or if they rent it, like they would rent a movie, be like, I want to watch this. They would be like, we want to watch this movie. Do you want to watch it with us? I was like, no, I don't want to watch that movie. But there's this other movie that's out for rent that you can get that one, and I'll watch that one. And they go, okay. So normally they would get 2 movies, one for them, one for me. They would watch a movie in the living room. I'd watch a movie by myself. And if they did watch a movie if they did rent a movie that I wanted to watch, I would be like, all right, you guys are watching it Friday night? They'd be like, yes. And I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm watching it Saturday. So they would watch it once, and then I would take it and watch it the next day. I would purposefully watch it alone because I like to absorb content alone, so I get the full like scope of the content. That's why normally I don't like theaters.
Watching a movie by myself gives me PTSD, but yeah.
I just don't like watching movies by myself.
Why not? What do you get from other people?
But yeah.
I don't know, man.
The only thing I get from, like, most of the time, and I'll say, like, there's sometimes if I'm not really invested in the movie, like, if it's something that I really, like, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it. Like, it's not something that I'm, like, waiting to come out, you know, like some of the new Hobbit movies when they were, like, coming out. I was like, all right, I'm going to see these in theaters, and if people start talking, I'm going to punch them in the goddamn throat.
See,
so
there are certain, like, I guess I just don't care about movies that much. Because, like, usually I will start a movie, like, by myself, and I'll end up, like, playing on my phone. Like, doing something else. I don't know, man. Movies just don't intrigue me. I like TV shows.
I mean, there's some movies that they're the same thing.
They're the same exact thing.
It's different for me. I don't know why.
They're layered the exact same way.
Yeah, just one's longer.
Yeah, not Lord of the Rings.
Not Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Debatable.
No.
You seen The Office?
Okay, you're comparing like a huge series.
That's like comparing a slice of life to a freaking shonen.
That was a joke. I really wanted to be yelled at. I was trying. I just don't like movies,
if you watch all of the Lord of the Rings, that's like 12 hours of screen time.
Yeah.
If you watch the extended edition back to back, which I have.
Like, I'll just like spam through a show, and that's fine for me. But like, movies are just different. I'll start a movie on Netflix. And I'm like, oh, it's a lot of commitment. I think what it is like I see the hour and a half. Hold on. I know. I'm an idiot. I see the hour and a half, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta watch all of it. Because when I start something, I want to like watch all of it right then. But TV shows,
don't you watch shows on like HBO?
Yeah, and it's been really hard for me to start them.
Those are like hour and a half episodes.
It's been, like I said, hard for me to start them. Because what happened is I bought HBO and I watched Barry, because Barry's only 27 minutes an episode, and Barry was great. I loved it. It's excellent. Spam through the show. And then I was like, all right, I want to watch Westworld, and I want to watch Chernobyl, and I want to watch Euphoria, because that one's, I hear, is pretty good. And there was one other one that I said was pretty good. I forgot what I put on my list, and I was like, I want to watch all of these. And I looked at them all, and they were hour 15 minutes. I was like,
yeah,
guess I'm going to go watch YouTube for a while. So I went to YouTube.
It
took me 3 days. It took me 3 days to start Chernobyl. Now I'm good because I'm invested in it. But it took me past the first episode to get invested. And I have a bad habit of falling asleep by watching things. And so then I have to go find where I was when I fell asleep.
I also don't understand that.
Well, I mean,
I can understand when you're an old man. I can't understand when you're like 20.
I'm an old
and you have this issue.
Because I know people who like turn on the TV and they're like, oh, I have to have the TV on to fall asleep. And for one, I'm like, fucking how? How do you have something that's that active and that bright with that much activity going on, and you're able to sleep while that's happening?
I do that all the time. That's how I sleep.
I can do that, but yeah, I don't get why you need to do that. But I
can't. If the TV is on, if a TV is on in the same room that I'm trying to sleep, that as long as that TV's on, I will not close my eyes. I will not fall asleep.
See, what I do sometimes is I'll start a YouTube video, like of a competitive game. Like I'll watch like some Underlords or some Smite videos or something like that. Turn that on, and then I'll like black my screen because I have YouTube Premium, so it just like plays like background play. I stick it under my pillow. Because
One, that's bad for your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And two, that's not even like a TV. It's
See,
the light is on
audio.
you. That's the thing.
Audio. I
I don't
handle
use TV.
because
Yeah, see, that's what we're saying. Like, how can you like turn the TV on
No,
and
but
then
you
fall
said
asleep?
you said you
'cause
have,
the
you have
light.
trouble falling asleep during movies.
Yeah, but you fall asleep
What?
during movies. That's
Yeah.
a
You,
TV.
Yeah, I
the
do.
whole start of this was you have trouble falling asleep during movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
So
That's what we're saying.
yeah, that's what we're saying.
How do you fall
Yeah,
asleep
that-
when a movie is on the TV?
The TV light, yeah, the
don't-
light is on
I don't
there.
watch TVs. Like in general, I don't usually watch TV.
That's your problem. That's why you lose interest. Is
You
'cause
just
you're
said
on
that you
your
like
phone.
TV, not movies.
No,
I like TV
shows.
On
So
my
he watches
phone.
it on his phone. That's what
I
he's
don't watch
doing.
anything besides my.
That's
on my
his
phone.
problem. That's the problem right
There's
there.
your problem. You watch everything
Yeah,
on your
there
phone
it
and
is.
not on an actual
Watch it on your
monitor or
TV.
TV.
Yeah, the actual screen. That's a thing. Like
Yeah.
the wider screen will help you.
Who
You
watches
probably
would.
TV
So
shows
much.
on their fucking phone? Unless they're
Aaron does,
in like a third world country.
or they have no TV. Like they just don't have a
No,
screen near.
I'm sitting here looking at my phone, and I held it up to my monitor for my PC, held it up to my monitor for my Xbox, and I held it up to my monitor for my actual TV mounted on the wall 2 feet from all of this, and I'm just looking at 3 screens, and I choose a phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you realize how fucking insane you are?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
because I'm still gonna do it tonight.
This is why you lose interest, because then you're like, oh, I have so many apps on here I can check. I don't want to watch this,
Yeah.
and then you switch
'cause I-
off.
that's why I pay for YouTube. It's so like if I get a Snapchat or something, I can like answer it without having to shut it off.
You're
I pay for
literally
convenience.
the
You're the
worst,
worst
for
person.
Oh, that frustrates me.
See,
Jesus Christ.
I need a
this
tablet.
started out. No, you need to use your goddamn TV that's stuck to your fucking wall. Is what
That's
you need
the
to fucking
purpose
do.
of your TV.
Dude, I give y'all so much good content. You're welcome. You're welcome.
God.
You do my blood pressure bad, asshole.
Yeah. God.
I'm going to get another drink. Fuck you guys.
Blood's gonna rush to my forehead, and like I'm gonna have.
Carly's
issues.
gonna message me. I'm in trouble. She's gonna
Oh
yell
yeah,
at
she's
me.
gonna message. She's gonna be like, "What do you? What do you
Yell at me.
do that?" I don't know. She doesn't do movies or TV shows that much. So
Yo, Carly, if you're on my side, I need some help here.
she doesn't
Yell
do.
at-
She doesn't do it on the phone though. I guarantee that. She'd be like, "What do you? Why do you watch it on your
I
phone?"
was about to say, I don't think you're gonna be on my side because you hate me.
No.
But
She doesn't hate you. She made it clear. Everything's a joke. Like she's completely joking.
I don't know. Ethan's got her Discord. I didn't get her Discord.
That's only for he wanted to say something. So it's like, oh hey, Ethan wants to say something. Carly's like, okay, sure.
No,
so then
no,
I
it's
did
fine.
that.
Apparently, I'm 5'4".
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I'm freaking 5'4".
And you got a
So-
fake ID.
So who Dirk? Did you say it to start with, and then?
Oh yeah,
and then
I said it to
Ethan
start
did-
with, and then Ethan's like, "This is a good idea," and then started to.
Okay, so
I was so mad. I was like, "What the crap?"
Yeah.
So what happened is Derp tells fucking Kupo that Aaron's like 5'4", and then Aaron texts the group chat about it, and he's like, apparently Derp told Kupo that I'm 5'4", and then immediately I was like, I need to corroborate this story as soon as I can. So
Yeah.
I was eating lunch in the middle of this, and I like put my burger down. I was like, this is important. I switched to Discord, and I sent her a message, and I'm like, oh, by the way, Aaron's like fucking 5'3", don't let him fool you. And then you sent to the group chat, you said, I even had to show her my driver's license to prove that I'm 5'10". And then immediately I was like, shit. So then I went back to Discord as quick as I could, and I texted him. I was like, he's even got a fake ID saying he's like 5'10" because he's so insecure about it. And I sent that, and then I get a text from Derp, says, it's just like, you're amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, "This is good."
Let me find it. She said, I called her like little because she called me a dumb boy, and I was like, look here, little girl, and she was like, calling me little. I'm taller than you. I was like, I'm 5'10". She's like, you're lying. She said, I have an intel. You're 5'4", and I was like, what? And I was like, I was really confused. And she was like,
so she tells me,
yeah.
Hold on, she tells me, she's like, hey, he just said I was little, and then I was like, and I was like, oh wait, we talked about how short he is. Yeah, he's really short. That's a lie. He's like 5'4" or something.
And she said, sorry, I overstated. You're 5'3", you tiny bean.
yeah. She was like, yeah, I called him a tiny bean. I was like, yeah.
And so, but see, I had to send my driver's license, right? All right, so my driver's license is 4 years old at this point. So it says I'm 5'6" on my driver's license. I was like, just so you know, that was 4 years ago. I've grown since then. So really, like, my driver's, like none of it was right. Ethan was like, oh yeah, it says he's 5'10" on his license, and it didn't. It said I'm 5'6".
Hold on, let me pull up the exact. I said, by the way, Aaron is like 5'3", don't let him fool you. And then after that I sent, he has a fake ID, he's so self-conscious about it. I didn't actually put a measurement on the second one.
Oh, okay. Then that makes sense why it worked out for you. I was about to say, if you would have put 5'10", that you would have been like, oh, okay. But yeah. Yep. And I was like, I actually have to go get a new license soon. She's like, why don't you just go get a real one instead of a fake one? And then she made fun of me about a fake license for like 5 minutes.
Yes.
I still send out a generous invitation for her to join the podcast.
Yeah, no. I don't think she wants to at this point. I don't know.
I think it'd be funny. I think I would just get roasted even more. I like when Noah's here because he takes the pressure off me a little bit.
So wait,
not anymore.
You want her on to roast you, but you like it when Noah's on. Wait,
yeah,
what?
Yeah. Like some days I can handle it. You know, some days.
Man,
never mind. No dark jokes tonight. But yeah, like some days like it's fine, but some days I'm like, man, if somebody else that was here would be like stupid, that'd be great.
Man, I wish there was someone who was on my same retardation level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know if Noah likes you anymore though. I don't
know. No. He sent me a heart the other day. He still loves me.
No, but when we told Noah about, okay, because this whole thing, the whole discovery of Aaron not have watched any good movies is because Noah's gamer tag is TH3 Short Round, and then his gamer picture is a picture of Short Round from Temple of Doom, and fucking Aaron texts me, he's like, hey, can I ask you something in confidence? He's like, probably not, go ahead. He's like, what is Noah's gamer tag from? Like, I know it's a reference to something, but I don't know what it is. And I was like, are you dicking me right now?
Yeah.
He's like, no, I don't know what it's from. I was like, it's from fucking Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It's Short Round. How do you not know Short Round? And he's like, I guess I never saw that one. I was like, have you ever seen any Indiana Jones movie? He was like, yeah, I have, just not that one apparently. And I was like, oh, okay. And I thought, and I was like, wait, there's a shit one. I was like, which one have you seen? And I went, I swear to God, if it's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And he's like, I think it was that one. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So immediately after I found that out, I sent a message to Noah, and I was like, yo, Aaron didn't know what Short Round was from. I had to tell him. And he was like, what the fuck?
he was not happy. Not a happy man.
And Noah was like, I'm losing faith in Aaron real quick.
You just felt so betrayed.
Yeah, and then like even last night, me, Noah, and Derp were talking about Lord of the Rings. We were talking about the Return of the King, and I knew that Aaron was like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh yeah. That's right.
What? What are you talking about?
Because I said I made a
I sent a meme.
No,
about,
it was that. No, it was because one of the status effects that pops up during the raid is like the gateway is closed, and I was like, the way is shut.
Yeah.
It was made by those who are dead, and the dead keep it. And then we started talking about the Return of the King, and I knew that Aaron was, and I was like, it's probably my favorite movie of all time ever. And Aaron's like, I don't know what's happening.
Dude, I'm like that a lot, and you don't know it.
I know. Most of the time, I don't like call it out because I'm like, Aaron has no idea what we're talking about right now. I'll just leave him be.
I'm really good at like faking crap about that though. Like because you know me personally, but I get away with a lot of like bull crap like in life. Just like yeah.
That's why
Just,
I feel like
going
it's my
about it.
responsibility to call you out. It's because
Yeah,
in
I
all
get
other
that.
aspects of life, you get away with it.
I was
Yeah,
about to
I
say
get
like
that.
I have good RNG like just in life in general. I roll
Speaking
pretty
of good
man.
RNG, can we talk about my Sonic thing?
Oh wait, yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. I was gonna tell you because I have a Sonic story too. Mine's not near as cool as yours, so I'll tell mine first. You can end yours because it's way better.
All right, go ahead, Aaron.
But today I ordered Sonic. I wasn't very hungry, but I was kind of snackish. Sonic's a great snackish place, you know, like it's perfect. So I always get a large unsweet tea with raspberry. That's what I get every time because it's
What the
sugar free.
fuck?
It's sugar free. It tastes better than water. I knew you were gonna yell at me for it. It's great. I love it. It's like my favorite drink. It's like $1 too if you order it.
Unsweet raspberry tea?
Yeah,
That sounds like fresh ass.
it's good. The peach one's all right. It's not great, but the raspberry one's really good.
I know that people like peach tea. I've tried peach tea. I don't like it.
Yeah, see, I tried the unsweet peach and drank it like 2 or 3 times. I was like, there's got to be something better. So I tried the raspberry. It was good.
Saying the
But-
words unsweet and peach right next to each other, it rubs me wrong.
Yeah.
I want it known.
It doesn't sound right. Yeah.
All right. So besides my weird order of tea,
It's like saying grease-free burger.
Yeah, it does not exist.
I ordered 3 chicken strips too. By the way, if you don't use the Sonic app when you order, you're doing something wrong because you get half-price drinks no matter what time you go if you use Sonic app. Just saying. But I got 3 chicken tenders too, and the lady like brings out my drink, hands me my drink, and then grabs my chicken tender bag to like hand it to me upside down and just dumps them in the water. I was like, what? And she's like,
I heard you like those chicken tenders
she's like,
soaked.
I'll be back. And she hands me my drink, and I put it down, and I go, wait a second. This is Route 44. I paid for
She's
a
like-
large.
She's like, get out of your car and eat it, you fat fuck.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because she was like, oh, I'm sorry about that, sir.
That's
I'll
like
be
the
back."
opposite of the McDonald's water prank, you know? Or
Yeah.
the McDonald's ice cream prank.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Where you like throw it
except
back
this
out.
time, well, no, it's like where you dump it out on the ground or just like squeeze it really hard so the water goes everywhere, or you grab the ice cream by the ice cream and not by the cone. But this time it's just the server who's just fucking you over.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
But she gave me, Route 44 by accident instead of a large. That's pretty much it. I got new chicken tenders though. They were fresh. They were good. She dumped my chicken tenders in the water. But yours, like I said, your story's way better. 100%
Okay.
better.
So I go to the Sonic right down the road from my house. Probably too much. I actually I got to where there's one like 3 spots at that Sonic that I like to go to, and I've started like strategically going to different ones so that maybe they won't recognize me. I've actually when I roll through the Sonic, I actually like look through the window to see who's serving because I know like all of the servers who work there, and I'm like, is this the one that was there yesterday? All right, I'll make sure not to park in his section. Like,
Wow. Wow.
yeah, because I'm afraid of getting judged by Sonic employees. When I know that they
Shouldn't
really
be.
they don't give a fuck. Like, 'cause, I worked in retail. Like, I know that somebody comes in like every other day or something like that. Especially like in fast food, you really don't give a fuck. Like, you probably don't even notice. But I don't know. I'm self-conscious. I have anxiety.
You're a good
But-
looking boy. I bet they do notice. Winky face.
Yeah. Shout out to the skinny white server with a goatee named Chandler, who's brought me my burger like 8 times.
Did you say
Yeah,
goatee?
he probably. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking
What
about
did
a
you
woman
think I
at
said?
first. I thought you were talking about a woman. And you said goatee, so it confused me.
Gotcha.
I mean, whatever. You a woman, you want to grow a goatee? Go for it. All power to
Yeah.
you.
Why not? Yeah.
I'm gonna give you weird glances, but you can do what you want.
But yeah,
But so what happened is I go to Sonic one day and I order my regular of like a number 2 with a large Coke, large fry. Bring me that double cheeseburger, homeboy. And then they come out and they're like, you had a supersonic double with only like ketchup, mustard, and mayo, and you had a large fry, and you had a large Coke. And I was like, yep, that sounds exactly right. And they hand it to me. They're like, you have a supersonic day, and then they walk away. And I open it, and I'm like, grab it, and I'm like, this burger seems a little light. I open it up. It's a single. Made it perfectly fine. There's just a patty missing. So I press the red button. I'm like, hey, I ordered a double. You guys brought me a single. And they're like, oh, okay. What did it have on it? And I was like, it was only ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise. Like, all right, cool. We'll have that out for you. And I thought that they would come back. They would come because I grabbed the single and I grabbed my receipt just to, as proof that I ordered a double. And I lay it on my lap. And I'm expecting them to come back out and be like, oh, what was wrong? And I hand them my receipt, be like, here, this is what I ordered. This is what I got. And they take the burger back, and then they bring my correct order back. Because, that's what happens sometimes. Like, you bring the wrong burger back to them, and then they throw that shit away because they can't take food back. And then they bring you your correct order. But it took them a long-ass time. And I was like, they're taking a long time to just come out here, look at my receipt, and then take this burger back. And then when they come back out, they've got a bag. And they're like, here's your double. We went ahead and fixed it for you. And he handed it to me, and I was like, oh, sweet. And he's like, can you open it up to make sure it's correct? And I open up the bag, I open up the burger, and I was like, yeah, this is all correct. And I expect him to be like, can you hand me the single? Can you hand me the single patty burger that I brought for you earlier so I can take that back? But nope. He was like, all right, have a nice day. And he left. And I was like, oh, like that feeling, like that God has blessed me feeling. Like, I equate it to, like, in Destiny, I would equate it to, like, when you're playing a game like Destiny and you get something that you've really wanted for a long time on, like, the first try, but that shit never happens to me, so I don't know how that feels. But I imagine that it feels like getting 2 burgers for the price of 1.
Hey, you might experience that just here soon. You might get 1K.
Maybe.
You don't know.
Maybe. There's a chance. Probably not. But, and I'm ecstatic. So I make a video of me narrating what the situation was, and I sent it to a bunch of people. And then I was like, oh, man. Well, now I got to eat both these burgers because the universe has blessed me with both of these burgers for the price of 1. So I down the double like it's nothing while I'm eating fries and shit. And then I go to start on the single, and I get like halfway through the single, and I'm like, I can't. I'm a fucking failure. And so, like, I sent a message to my sister, because me and my sister are both, like, massive. Like, we're relatively skinny, but we eat like total fat asses. So me and my sister have, like, this bond over that. So I sent her the video of, like, me explaining to it. She was like, dude, that shit's the best. And then I sent her a picture later. I was like, I couldn't finish the second burger. I'm such a fucking failure. And she's like, how could you? And that was the end of that episode of the story. Cut to, like, 3 days later, I go back to the same exact Sonic. I order the same exact meal. Same exact thing happens at first. They bring me a single. Okay. Fixed correctly, but a single again instead of a double. And I just, like, I look at it, and I look at the button, and I look at it, and I'm like, I've been given a second chance! I have a chance at redemption, and I must emerge victorious from this trial. So I push the button, and I'm like, guess what, bitches? This is a single, and it's not a double. And they're like, oh, how is your double fixed? And I was like, ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise. You better get that bitch out here. I've got a point to prove. But then they come back out, and they bring me another single that's fixed completely correct, the same as the first one, but a single. Oh. So I'm literally holding a burger in each hand, and I'm going, do I milk this for more burgers, or do I call it here? And part of me was like, see how far you can go. And then the other part of me is like, dog, you know that you can't eat 3 fucking burgers, especially if they bring out one of these and it's a fucking double. You're going to die. You're going to kill yourself. And so I, like, look at these 2 burgers, and I'm like, man, I want to be like, guess what? You done fucked up again. Bring me my double. But then I'm like, nah, that'd be funny, but it ultimately would be a waste because I'd just be throwing like 2 burgers out. So I ended up just smashing the 2 singles that I had. But man,
you could have stored it in a fridge. You could have stored it in a fridge.
I don't like reheating fast food burgers.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, you just like won the lottery. Boo hoo! You can get microwave it.
You could oven it too.
Yeah.
You could straight up just oven it. Like wrap in aluminum foil and throw it in the oven for a bit.
Now, see, the thing is I've got the fuck up on the order happened at the same Sonic, at the same parking spot, like at the same menu in that Sonic. So now I don't give a fuck about if they know that it's me every time. If that spot's open, I'm going there because that's my double Berg spot.
Double Berg.
That's my good luck spot right there.
Felt like that second time you were like Thor from Endgame, where he's like, "I am worthy."
For real, I was.
Yeah.
I'd been given a second chance, and they'd also made it a little bit easier for me because they'd given me 2 singles instead of a double and a single. There's got to be like a ley line, like going across that spot on that fucking Sonic. So like just the good luck juices are seeping out of the core of the earth into the fucking like rafters of my car.
Yeah, but so I sent you a video, Ethan, about somebody talking about keeping your receipt after a purchase for fast food, and he basically wins the lottery the exact same way that you did, except for it's like, what is it? It's with like coffee. Basically, he got like one of those like cold McDonald's coffees.
Yeah.
And he ordered a large. They gave him a small. So then he handed him the receipt and was like, "I ordered a large. Here's the receipt." And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So they give him the large. He keeps the small, and he got a free Big Mac. All just because he kept the receipt. Was like, "Nah, that's not right."
I've seen that video.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's also apparently at McDonald's you can like do a survey and get a free Big Mac. But when you do that, they give you a receipt for your free Big Mac, so you can just go do your survey and get another free Big Mac. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that you can do this.
So I have another instance of me winning the lottery at Sonic. This was a while ago. This was a few months back. But when I was at college, one time, me and Eric used to go to Sonic or McDonald's or Cane's. We used to just go get food together all the time.
I was about to say,
Eric
you've been going to Sonic since you were like in high school. That was
No,
in high school too.
Yeah, no. In high school, especially my senior year, because my senior year I would work at school after hours a lot because I was trying to cram 2 years worth of work into one, and I also didn't do my homework, and I also missed like 28 days of school that year. So if you think it's hard to graduate high school, no. If I can miss 28 days of school, never do my homework, and then just stay after hours a few days and just work my ass off and then wing some tests, make hundreds on them. My teacher was so fucking mad one time because I didn't even read the book for a chemistry test. And I was just like, she just handed me the new book. She was like, "Here's your new chemistry book." And I was like, "Can I take the test?" She's like, Are you shitting me right now? You just want to wing this chemistry test?" I was like, "Yeah, let me wing this chemistry test." She's like, "I guess I can't stop you." She gives me the chemistry test. I take it. I made 100. She was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
she used to get on to me. She's like, "Ethan, you're the best and the worst student at the same time." I'm
That's
like, "Why is
why-
that?" She's like,
That's why your RNG's bad now.
"Yeah, no, it is." And that's why my work ethic is fucking terrible. But she would look at me. She's like, "Ethan, you're the best and the worst student." I'd be like, "Why?" She's like, "Because you make such good grades." And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "But you do hardly any work, and I don't understand it." Yep. And that's why I got to college, and it kicked my ass. But
Yeah.
but no, when we were in college, or this last year, Eric and I would go. One time we went to Sonic, and we ordered our food, and then it never came out. We waited like 15, 20 minutes, and it never came out. Pushed the button again. We're like, "Hey, we ordered our food like 20 minutes ago. We still haven't gotten it." And the dude was like, "Oh shit, that was a while ago," because it was the same guy that had ordered our food, and apparently he had done like a few orders between that and like gotten their food. He was like, "Oh shit, that was a while ago. I'm sorry. I'll bring your food out like right away." And I was like, "It's no problem, man." And he was like, he felt really bad about it, and you could tell that he was like, "Oh shit, I fucked up." He brings us our food, and he brings us like a little coupon book, like a little like break off, hand him a coupon. It's like, "Here's some coupons for your trouble." And I was like, "Oh, dope. This is pretty sweet." But that's, pretty normal. Like, they compensate you if they like fuck up your order or like take a really long time. I was like, oh, this is cool. I got a fucking coupon. So I just kept it in the console of my car because I go to Sonic a lot. Go to Sonic like a week later, and I'm like, oh, I should get this. And then I was like, wait, I have a coupon that I can get like a free burger and a free drink. I should use 2 of those coupons and just get a free meal right now. Because free meals is like the shit when you're in college. I mean, it's great all the time, but like when you're in college, it's like extra good. So I break out this little coupon book and I break 2 of them off because it's like they have like perforated edges. So I like snap the one for the free drink, snap the one for the free burger, and I'm like, hey, I have a coupon for a free single and a free large Coke. Can I get that single with just ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise? And they're like, yeah, that's cool. They didn't like, and I was like wondering, I was like, since you don't actually physically order in front of someone, I don't know how you like show them the coupon. So I guess you just say it, and then they bring it out to you, and then they take the coupon. And the chick comes out, and she hands me my Coke, she hands me my burger, and she's like, all right, have a good day. She walks away, and I'm like, she never took my coupons. She also didn't take any money from me. I wonder how long this can go. I got like 18 free burgers and like 6 free Cokes off of 2 coupons. It was fucking excellent.
That's insane.
I ripped that Sonic off so hard. They never should have given me that coupon book. What's great is that coupon book had a little expiration date. It was like good until like December 31st. Bitch, I was using that coupon in fucking February. They didn't care. They didn't look. I'd just be like, hey, I got this coupon. They're like, real shit? On God? I was like, yeah. It was great.
Sonic's the best, man.
It's really great. That's why I go there so much. I've got such good luck with them.
So, even one of the Sonic workers like hit on Ethan one time. Just, you know.
Oh, that was hella cringe because you guys laid into me for that. I was just making conversation. I was just being polite human.
I forget how it came up. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember something about you been like working out or something, so your arms were sore.
No, okay. So this was in high school, and we all took my car. It was like me, Aaron, like Tiffany, Wyatt, and Skin. It was like all of us. We're in my car. We go over to Sonic because we used to go to Sonic right after school because school got out at like 3:15. We left at like 3:30. We could get to Sonic and get some drink orders in right before happy hour ended, so we could all get like Route 44, whatever's. And so we go and we order like 4 or like 5 Route 44 drinks. And I'm in the driver's seat, so I'm the one who ordered everything. And this chick comes out, and she's like, I don't know, I was probably 16 or 17 at the time, and she's like, she looked like she was early 20s maybe. She had like tattoos. She wasn't like unattractive, but she looked like she definitely smoked, you know, so like not really my type. But she like goes to hand me like the drink tray full of Route 44 drinks, so it's like a shit ton of weight, and she's like, ugh, and she's like, oh, I worked out yesterday, so my arms are just like jello, you know. And I'm like, and I'm not just gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna be like some awkward fucking weeaboo. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that feeling, because at this time I played soccer and I worked out every day, so I was like, yeah, I feel your pain. Sometimes after leg day I can't even fucking walk. And she's like, yeah, I know, I just like, I've been starting to work out, like trying to, you know, get in better shape, but it's hard. And I'm like, yeah, once you're starting out it gets really hard and it's hard to move around the next day, but if you keep on going it gets easier. And then she was like, all right, that's cool, have a nice day. And I was like, yeah, you too. And then I turned back, and then everyone in the car like bust out laughing, and then they're laying into me. They're like, yeah, your arms are like jello, aren't they? Oh, I've been working out. And I'm like, fuck all of you. Fuck all of you.
It was really funny.
That's what you get though. She had you. Like the moment that she brought that up, you should have just been like, you should have been like, oh really? That's that, and then like said something, and then that'd be it. You know?
I'm sorry.
Not relate. You don't go, yeah, I understand you completely. Same here. No.
What's wrong with making conversation?
I mean, I don't know, man. I would have just been like, oh, that sucks. I don't know.
They work.
I might have done the same thing.
But
I don't know.
She said something to me. I said something back, and we exchanged a few sentences. It wasn't like we talked for a half hour. It was probably like a 60-second interaction in total.
Yeah, Aaron, how the heck do you remember that? Aaron, how the heck do you remember that? Why?
Dude, I promise you, as Tay or Skin, they're gonna know exactly what we're talking about. Hold on. Let me ask the group chat. Real quick. If they know, because they're gonna know.
So, there were a lot. Sometimes, see, I can take like a lot of shit. I'm the youngest of 6. I grew up getting the shit kicked out of me, both like physically and emotionally. So I can take a lot. And when somebody like gets a good burn in or like has a well-timed insult or whatever, I'm like, all right, that's fair. But sometimes people will like lay the fuck into me, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're going for right now. That was one of those times. That I was like, I don't understand. There was another time where Tay and Tiff, they like, you ever seen those videos of like guys doing like standing high jumps on things that are like 8 feet tall?
Yeah.
That was Tay and Tiff, and the 8 foot tall surface was the fucking conclusion. Because it was after school, we're hanging out like in the classroom because like all of our parents were teachers or the principal or stuff, so we normally hung out at the school afterwards, just, hanging out. And I was talking with our teacher, and I was like, you know what, in all these fantasy novels and stuff, because, I'm a massive nerd, I love Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, I'm like, in all these fantasy novels, there's multiple races. There's, like, humanity, there's, like, humans, there's dwarves, there's elves, and, like, there's feuds, like, back and forth, and they have, like, there's conflict and stuff like that. But I wonder how that would happen. Like, if in our modern day, if there was another species that was like the same intelligence level as humanity. So like if humanity shared the top of the food chain with another species, and like I was trying to think of like the socioeconomic, like political like aspects, because thinking of like, anime does this all the time with like, oh, that's the other race. Like Shield Hero does it with like the demi-humans and stuff like that, and fucking Ruby does it with the Faunus.
Log Horizon does it throughout their entire series.
Yeah. So there's a lot of shows that breach this concept of like, what if there was humanity and then X, another race that was the same intelligence level, and not exactly like trying to take over, like not like aliens or like that, or proto-humans that certainly just emerged and were like, we're gonna take over the fucking world. Like, two different species of the same intelligence level that somewhat coexist. Like, there's going to be some conflict there and there because xenophobia is always a thing. Humanity can't even fucking, get along with itself because we have so many, like, races and sub-races. So I was thinking of, like, and I was like, would that get rid of, like, racism between, like, other humans? So, like, human races, would they be, like, more banded together because they have, like, somebody, like, a common... or like some other race, basically other species that they can be racist against, so like they can focus all of their racist energy against that species, so with that, like, the racism would be localized to the other species and not to the certain sub-races within humanity. And I was trying to like breach this concept and like have like an actual discourse about it, and then literally I had spoken all this stuff, and before anyone was, and Brittany was like, our teacher was like, actually, yeah, that's an interesting concept, Ethan. And she was like, oh, Ethan's actually thinking about some shit. I'm a teacher. I should probably talk with him about it. Literally without missing a beat, Wyatt and Tiffany were like, nah, you just want dwarf swords. I'm like, what? And they're like, you're a fucking nerd and you want swords made by dwarves. I'm like, no, I'm actually like trying to figure out like what would happen if there was another species that dwarf swords.
I could see that. I could completely see that. I wasn't there for any of this. I was
legit trying to have an intelligent conversation. Yeah, about something sort of science fiction-y, like notably nerdy. Fine, but that doesn't mean that we can't have an actual conversation about it. But no, they weren't having anything. They were like, dwarf swords, and they still bring it up every once in a while. They're like, fucking dwarf swords, and I'm like, what's... So that's one of the things, like one of the jokes against me, like one of the on-running like inside jokes against me, that I'm like, that one I don't fucking understand. Like, I was actually trying to have a conversation about something and you guys just diffused it with insults immediately. Didn't even hear me out.
Do you remember my whole argument about how you can't have a medium without a small or a large, and the stupid chick that told me I was just wrong?
Yeah.
Today I was sitting there talking with two people from one side of the bus, and she's on the other side. we were talking about something, and I said, oh, one of the guys was like, oh yeah, you should put some cinnamon on like a honey bun and put it in the microwave. It's really good. I was like, there's already cinnamon on the honey bun. He goes, yeah, but like you put like more, and then all of a sudden I hear, there's not cinnamon on a honey bun, like from all the way in the back, and I was like, what? Were you in this conversation? Like, I don't remember inviting you. I was like, there absolutely is. And like her little man friend was like, yeah, there's no cinnamon in a honey bun. I was like, I ate 2 yesterday. I would know. I'm fat. I know what honey buns are and what they have in them. There's cinnamon in a honey bun. And her dad's sitting up here in the front, and he's like, there's cinnamon in a honey bun. Just like shaking his head like ever so slightly. Like, yeah.
He's like, what have I created?
Yeah, she's like, she's an idiot. And he starts like Googling it on his phone. I see him Googling it. I see like a defeated look on his face, and him just put his phone down and then just start talking amongst themselves about something else. I was like, yeah, idiots. Telling me there's no cinnamon in a honey bun. I'll fight you. I was like, you guys just like don't even pay attention. How do you never see the cinnamon in a honey bun? It's like in between little rows.
How do you not know what cinnamon fucking tastes like? Have you ever eaten a honey bun? Did you think it was just bread and honey glaze?
Dude, I don't know. They're idiots.
No, fucking kids.
Cinnamon's bark.
These people are 20
from trees.
Ethan.
Fucking kids.
Yeah,
they're our age, Ethan.
They're kids.
Kid is not an age. Kid is a mindset.
They kids.
That's completely fair. I agree with that statement.
Because there are people who are 15 that I won't call kids because they've got their shit. They're woke. They got their shit figured out.
They woke.
But there's some people who are like 25. I'm like, fucking kids.
Yeah, like our. I was about. Never mind.
I just like the term that you said, just man friend. It's great.
Yeah.
Her man friend.
Her man friend.
Aaron, you're my man friend.
Because she likes to be like a hoe, but not really a hoe. She doesn't like the hoe, but like she doesn't like to be in a committed relationship in case she had the opportunity because nobody wants to.
She doesn't fuck a bunch of dudes, but she talks to a bunch of dudes.
She wants to. She doesn't have the opportunity to because they don't talk back. But she wants to have the opportunity to, so she won't like commit to this one person. She can't.
Love that.
like they just like friend zone her the second they see her, but then like she'll like doesn't want to commit to the
hoe
one
when
guy.
you can't even hoe.
Yeah. Hey, watch it.
I had plenty of friends in like high school that they were just I say plenty. I had like 2 or 3 friends that were female in high school that they were just banging tons of dudes. And they would talk to me. Like, I was friend zoned with them, I guess you could say, but I never like tried to get with them, if that makes any sense. Like, I had female friends who would be like, oh yeah, I got with this guy, and then I did it with this guy, and there's all this drama going on, and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And they're just, they're living their life.
I just don't see why you would ever do that, man.
Yeah, but I never like tried to get with them, and they didn't want to get with me, so we were just, we were platonic friends, but then they would hoe around, but we were platonic friends. It was a weird relationship, but I was chill with it.
Okay,
do
Ethan,
what you want to do.
Because you put yourself in those sort of situations. That's why people that see you in real life think you're gay. Is 'cause you put yourself in those.
I was straight, but 100% in the role of gay best friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, your mannerisms, like,
yeah, no,
your body language doesn't say the straightest.
No. I recognize that. I recognize that and fully like embrace it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I don't
There's
give a
one
fuck.
dude. Every time I go
am.
to see him at school, he always just like hugs up on this one guy, this one really big dude that he knows. Every time I'm there, he's just always like hugging up on that man.
What's funny is like I don't see him that often because we used to be in choir together. We used to be like in the same choir, so we'd see each other like every single day at choir practice. But then he had other things that he had to do, and he started playing oboe for a different band.
He's probably like
bassoon. It was a bassoon. But so like we stopped hanging out. But for some reason, the only times that I would see him like in public, like in the dorm lobby or whatever, the only times that I would see him, you would be there.
He's probably like sitting there on a different podcast going like, every time I see this one guy at school, he's always with this random dude that doesn't go to school there. Like every time. I don't know what's with them guys. He's always with them. You think you've ever had a story about you on a different podcast that we don't know about?
No, because I don't really have any friends that are white enough to have their own podcast.
That's fair.
Shout out to our name, by the way.
Shout out.
Yeah.
It's the reason, because podcasts are like a super white people thing.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
What was that thing I sent you the other day, Ethan? It was a meme. Something about like I met my friend. Every time I meet one of my friends from the past, I'd like go, "Oh, I loved your podcast," and it hasn't failed yet.
Yeah, it's like every single time I see somebody from college that I haven't talked to in 20 years, and they ask they're like, "Oh, how are you doing?" And it's like, "Oh, I'm doing good. I love your podcast."
Yeah,
haven't been wrong yet.
That's supposedly like this generation's "let's start a bar" situation is let's create a podcast. So
it's free.
It's
free after you buy all the setup and all the editing and
It's fun though.
Yeah.
I have a fun time doing this when I don't, fuck everything up.
Yeah.
All right. You want to call it there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of tired, boy.
All right.
Thank you all for listening all the way through to the Wight Noise podcast. I lied about next week, I guess, didn't I? Huh? Thanks, Ethan. Made me a liar.
What do you mean?
I said see you next week. Well, they didn't get a video next week. So Ethan made me a liar. So thanks, Ethan. I'm not gonna put that in this outro now.
That's what you get for making promises, bitch.
Yeah.
This is the one, guys. This is it. This is the one.
This is the one. But yeah,
jump in that hole. Content.
We'll be back at some point. We'll make another. It'll be a week, 2 weeks. Who knows?
Maybe
Ethan could have forgot his microphone this time. Who knows? I didn't.
I didn't.
He did it.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Thanks guys for listening all the way through.
Remember to use your TVs if you have them.
No, Tay replied in the group chat. Hold on. Tay replied in the group chat.
Oh yeah, let's conclude real quick with Tay.
Hold on.
Talking about the Sonic situation.
Yes.
He said, ha, yes.
Yes, he remembers. All right.
See, it's completely memorable. I'm not crazy.
Yeah. All right. Later, everybody.